powwow. K-Pro Cow powwow wow. It's the K-Pro Cow powwow wow. They wanna find the treasure, they wanna find it now. They are K-Pro and they are Cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow powwow.
All right, hey everybody. Today is Thursday, May 1st. That's right, Thursday, May 1st, 2025. And K-Pro has got a lot of video from when she went boots on the ground in Montana. But first, before we get to that, I have to say we're about 70 subscribers away from 9,000, everybody. So if you haven't, go hit the subscribe button. And I think we should do a giveaway at 9,000, but we'll talk about that Monday. We'll give something away. The big giveaway should be at 10,000, but that's probably a ways away. So
that's when we're going to convince Justin to rule out a search state if we hit 10,000.
Yeah, right. Or not, or we'll give away a coin or something. But we'll figure it out. We'll do a giveaway at 10,000, something fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Every day. All right. So yeah, boots on the ground in Montana. How'd it go, K-Pro?
It went really well. So we flew into Bozeman. We headed up to Great Falls. We went around to Butte, then Helena, then, yeah, I think that was the order. Then we hit Wise, then we hit Jackson, then we hit Dillon, and we went back around. We did Polaris, then we did Elkhorn. If you guys have not been to the Elkhorn Hot Springs, we have some stuff there. And we literally hit every kiosk in between. I will tell you, the videos that are in part 1 and 2, I had some corrupt files and issues and things, so you won't see all of them. I'm going to try to put them in another video. So the first half of the trip, you're going to see 2 very streamlined videos. And then for where we hit Jackson, Wise, Dillon, and all those in between, Mike's actually just have to click on each one. I spent most of the day, which I didn't have that amount of time. So yeah, rocking the old school Adidas jacket. He has one in every color. If you didn't know, Barry, he has one in red. He has one in blue. He has one in black.
I know I have it on. It's hot as hell down here, but I have a t-shirt on, so that's why I just threw it on. I just got home from work, actually.
And I have 2 big secrets that Mike doesn't want me to share because he thinks they're major hints, and I'm sharing them because that's what I do. And you'll see those, and I will note them.
Oh, great. All right. So to the Sunday, do you know what Sunday is, K-Pro?
Mother's Day.
No, that's not this Sunday, is it?
You'd be in trouble.
No, that's next Sunday.
Yeah.
This Sunday, I was about to say this Sunday is something more important, but no, it's not more important, but it's important. Sunday, May the 4th. May the 4th is what?
Whatever. May the 4th be with you.
That's right.
I think it's officially called Nerd Day, Geek Day. I don't know.
Star Wars Day. And if you guys remember, for Cowlazars Crazy Cash sale, I had that Star Wars lightsaber VR thing sold. So thank you to who sold it. I'll get it in the mail. But yeah, this Sunday, man, this Sunday is May the 4th. So Star Wars is important.
Oh, you know what this Saturday night is? You are going to meet Emma for the first time. I'm going to meet Jam for the first time. Yeah.
I hear we're going to play some Advantage Play slot machines. That's what I heard. So I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, for sure. That'll be fun. We'll meet them. Should we go live or just take a picture from dinner? Maybe we'll go live. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, looking forward to meeting you too, for sure. And also, I have a whole shelf of D&D stuff I'm going to sell. And we have a whole pool table.
Thank you. Yes.
And we have a whole pool table of Forrest Fenn stuff we're going to sell as well. K-Pro is on her. Let's purge and clear out the house so we can buy another storage unit kick. So if anybody's, let me just make a video on it this weekend so you can see what it is. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff too. So, all right, let's get.
Yeah. Did you guys know that the Forrest Fenn Gallery had a fire, and so they don't have all the gallery catalogs from the Forrest Fenn galleries? I have every single one of them. I'm ready to sell them. They don't even have them. So there we go.
Do you know what they say about that?
That's where you'll find the treat. The rich stuff. The rich stuff.
That's where you find the rich stuff, they say. Anyway.
This Saturday is the Kentucky Derby. Ooh, we're sassy.
Oh, really? Is that right? Interesting.
Thumbs up or boots on the ground. Yeah, everybody thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. We're sharing. And no making fun of when I fall, because I am here to share everything that happens. Mike he watched a little part of it and he thinks, don't make fun of me, Mike.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't seriously get hurt, but I know why you took the ride.
treasure hunt was like someone offering you a ticket and saying, you want to take the ride.
That's why you took the ride.
My head took a ride right into
My
a tree.
advice is if someone gives you a ticket to ride, you take the ride.
So K-Pro took the ride and wiped out, and you'll see it. She looked like Harry Potter with that scar on her forehead, but you'll see it. All right. All right. Let's get right to it.
So, okay. So this, I'm going to kind of talk over it because I think my daughter calls me crazy in the first one. Okay. Yes. All of you. So, oh yes. And the hearse tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hope so. We won't know. It's this time, 6 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. We hope to go live with either Chris Hurst or the whole family. We don't know, though, for sure. We'll know at the last minute. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, and then you'll know when we go live. And we'll probably go live Saturday with Emma and Jam, too. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So as you tee that up, we decided to go into Bozeman and up to Great Falls. Why Great Falls? There was two things. It came out of our Discord. Our Discord is literally 24/7 of Chase talk. Literally. It's kind of insane. So there was Ripper Days talked about the only sundial ever in Montana is up there, and there is a 3 bear statue, and it's like, oh, meaning 3 feet, one's up. You'll see it. You'll see the picture. So, and it's on River Edge Trail, which that is the trail that we decided to go on. They happen to have some electronic scooters, and they go up to 20 miles an hour. You go ringy. And
she meant bike. She means an actual scooter. There is no business me and you have being on a scooter.
That's just not true.
Jam and Emma, that means you're not flying in till Saturday? Wow. All right. Well,
no,
we'll see.
That's tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. I don't
know.
The
Kentucky Derby was tomorrow. But anyway, that's their business, I guess. Okay. So we'll go right to the video. What are we doing?
Yeah. So this is the first video. I'll talk over a little bit of it because any of the pictures that are there, I have up for like 3 or 4 seconds.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's not it. So I have up for 3 or 4 seconds. So you guys can go back if you want a still shot. So what we did was we first went to the visitor center, and it had a lot of cool stuff. So as that's going, we can talk through it, Mike. So this was at the visitor center. They basically have statues and art everywhere.
Who's this guy? All right.
I don't know. I'm sure somebody can research. So you'll see the pictures will scroll for about 2 or 3 seconds. We took pictures of every kiosk. So it's interesting. But the videos were the cool ones, and a lot of them froze up and I had fixing issues. But you can look back at these later. So we're right now at the visitor center. The cool thing about the visitor center, you have to ask them. Huh?
Mm-hmm. I said Lewis and Clark. That's cool.
Yeah. And so it was super cool because they have all free maps, the visitor center, all these visitor centers. This is the thing that sucked. They're only open from Monday through Friday, and they usually close by 4, some of them 5 o'clock. But again, this is the visitor center. I just took pictures of everything because that's what you do, because you take pictures and then you go back later and you get into the discussion of what could it mean. So, and see, Sam found this on the back. This is on the back of that big. And look over on the corner. You don't have to stop.
So, okay, I know we're going through them fast, so you guys, you can pause them when you rewatch this. If you know, you're like, well, I think there's clues here. There's something in Great Falls
right there. What doesn't that look like the side of the map from the map's edge?
Nose, kind of.
Yeah.
What are these names? All right, like I said, you guys can pause it if you really think there could be something here.
Okay, now we're heading to River's Edge Trail.
Okay.
So we
train.
Yeah, there's so you can see all the bugs. Look at how many bugs. They're everywhere.
Volume out or just let it play?
Say it again. No, leave it on. That's fine.
All right.
I can talk over it.
Yeah. Okay. What about ticks? Everybody's talking about ticks.
We didn't have any ticks issue, but their bugs were insane. You can see them flying around.
And we can rent.
So look what we're gonna rent.
Electric. We might
I
do
would
that.
never have got on that.
This is cool.
Well, Goonies never say die, Mike.
You can ride it right into the river, huh?
So you can actually drive most of the, Michael.
There's a big old map. We're going to look at the big old map.
And so we just got out of our car. There's a parking lot right there. And literally we're in slippers and booties. And, we're not boots on the ground. I don't consider this.
We have.
This is Recon. So I just wanted to, there's 2 like big, this is all about the trains. The first train station was in Big Falls, and there's lots of kiosks and things. You'll see them. I've taken pictures of all of them for you. But after we looked at this, we're like, do we walk the 17 miles? What would you do, Mike? Would you walk the 17 miles?
I've gotten on that scooter, I can tell you that.
Honey, you're not adventurous.
You're not on that scooter, I'm not. I mean, I just
especially
know I
lost her
would have
mind.
wiped out.
Oh,
Look at that. That's an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, she's good.
Mike. Okay. So we're starting. I think we were on 12th Street.
At the same
So
time.
the hard part is I didn't have a selfie stick or a GoPro. So I was
Yeah.
trying to do it where I could hold on to the
Oh.
thing
Jeez.
and then go up to 20 miles an hour.
Trying
And-
to film and you're crazy. You could have went right into the water.
Whoa.
Okay, stop it for a second because I do need to tee up why this happened.
Okay.
So I went ahead and Sam was behind me. So I was trying to get up to 20 miles an hour so we could go a little bit faster. And I was at about 17, 18. And Sam was going to zoom by me. And I didn't I turned because it startled me. And then I overcorrected. And then I fell into a tree.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Ass over apple
Starting.
cart, as they say.
Like 20 miles.
It's 17.
Oh, noxious weeds
See,
along.
we made the first kiosk.
Mom,
You weren't in there
Let me
looking for
help
the
you up.
treasure?
Okay.
there's a bunch of thorns.
I hurt my knee.
The scooter's another 15 feet up there. in
You
the
need to focus on
trees.
yourself when we're doing this. I'm gonna finish recording.
You scared me. You came back from behind.
I'm okay. I know how to do it.
No, you scared me.
Your femur sticking out of your leg. I can't feel
All right,
it.
I'm gonna stop recording.
No,
Okay.
I think like
Look at her
Yeah, you
forehead.
have blood
Watch.
on your face, dude.
okay.
Okay. I'll give you credit.
You scared me.
Look
Okay,
at that.
my
Like Harry
lord.
Potter.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. This is our first 1 minute out.
1 minute.
It was right past the first kiosk.
I have to stay
So Justin said we don't have to go more than a mile, and you went more than 2 feet off the trail right there. I hit the wrong one. All right.
behind you because there's people coming
Okay.
beside us.
I did have a little bruise. Hey, that's what happens in treasure hunting. Baby. Wow.
Was there nobody else out there? Nobody saw it?
No, there was people coming
Everything?
the other way. The one guy. The problem was these were all thorns.
thorns.
So I have a bunch of these little. I had a ton of them.
Ouch.
That
Shit.
looks
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. And
Come on,
also
not to
keep
laugh
your
or
mouth
cry.
shut because gnats will go in your mouth. There's
Oh.
There's
So did you get
tons
back
of
on the scooter, or did you walk it back and put it away?
Oh no, we kept going.
You
There was
got-
no
all
way.
right.
Yeah.
Good for you. All right.
lots of gnats.
yeah, that's great.
Okay.
All right.
You
See you
had
guys.
butted the treasure. Harry
Okay.
Potter. All right. Or Harvey. However you say
Okay,
that.
that's the first
Hermione?
one.
I don't know.
It's a little bump. There, if you ain't bleeding, you ain't trying.
It's
Come
healed
on.
now, so that's good. I mean, you could have had a real, problem or whatever. it is.
Yeah.
Did you-
What I said to Sam is I was sliding was the problem, but thank goodness that tree was there to my head stopped because of the tree. See, and look, I'm all better now. Let's keep going.
Did you pee a little bit? Be honest.
No, I'm a treasure hunter. I laughed and I had an excuse to have a glass of tequila later.
Good for you. I wouldn't have got on it. All right, here we go. Great Falls, Montana visitors.
Nope, that's part one again.
Oh, what the?
Part two. Yeah.
Sorry.
But those of you that are like, oh, so dangerous in the snow. See, you guys can crash. You can crash anywhere, especially if you're me.
Ron Moe from the Three Stooges? Moe? No? All right. So again, guys, you can go
Okay.
through this and
We're still.
We need to
stack
see
on
it.
have
the
these
hill.
little kiosks.
You need to say it.
every
Mike,
bit.
What?
can we see the video?
Oh,
Yeah. What?
oh, that's funny. I'm still replaying that shot. All right, here we go. You missed. All right, there we go.
Okay, so this is just for you guys to see
Oh.
later. Most of these are pictures because the file kept getting corrupted, but there is a couple of cool shots here. So what we would do is zoom maybe, I don't know.
We're
Okay.
so they have these little
There's
kiosks.
like 3 dams.
Every little bit. Let's walk down. This is our first bridge.
So these are the kiosks. I'm still on the scooter.
Yeah, and filming.
It was so
not
And it's
ridiculous.
electronic. You're not. Yeah, it's obviously it's electronic. I guess.
Right, right. I'm not
Yeah.
like kicking.
Jeez, I thought you meant an
Great
e-bike.
Northern Railway. Okay.
See, this is the railway one. Those of you that are interested in railway, you can come and review this later. See? Do you see the resources I'm providing, Mike? Do you see?
It's just like the water line in Lake Tahoe. K-Pro showing it all. I don't know what these secrets
Oh,
are.
wait until you see. I think that I have the first stanza. Everyone
Okay.
will agree, and I have the checkpoint, and you guys will see it.
It's a lot of
And
people been cock-a-doodle-doing about.
Did they find a sign that was 6 feet wide that says checkpoint here? I did.
You took the sign? Is that you're the person who took the sign?
Oh, shame
All right,
on
let's
you.
get to that
Boy,
part.
Railway. I wonder if
Fire
Wow.
station. Okay. A lot of history there, huh?
Yes. And those are the things that you cannot find on Google Earth. So every time they had every bench, every rock, they took a donation, they put up a little sign. So some of my treasure pack lives in Great Falls, if you ever need something checked out there. Okay.
look.
Oh,
Lit.
some of my treasure pack
Some
lives. I
things
get it. Yeah. I had all these scrapes.
That's all right. That's what treasure is. Okay, so it's pretty awesome.
It got really pretty. It got really pretty.
Looks nice. Pretty flat land, though.
Yeah, by the end of this first day, so we're in Great Falls right now, Sam was like, this feels too city-ish. This was kind of cool. So this was maybe a mile or two in. My hair is
That's
kicking.
weird. Now, do you think that Justin would have used a clue, like a hint, or like one of these plaques or monuments or something? You think that's possible?
Possibly. That's why we went there. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, check it out.
what stands in time? The only sundial in Montana. I mean, and
we
you
get
guys
to
are going to
that?
see, you're going to see something there. You're going to see an extra post there that I think might be a hint. If this is it, I don't know. But you got to go recon it. But look at this.
You're back
Pointing
already?
to the treasure.
That's a little weird. What are they pointing at? That's what I would have used as a clue.
Wow, look at that, Sam.
Many other searchers been here to recon this place?
Yeah, and Christian, you have a good point of the actual markers, but not all of these little things that I could
I
find.
don't need a
But
helmet.
if you have a link, put it up on Discord because some people wanted me to share these, and I just shared them all along the way. Again, everything you need to know: the birds, the cows, the grass, the you name it, and it is there. So that was pretty cool.
Mobile villages. All right.
Wait until we get down to Dylan. There's a super secret hint I'm getting.
And you're saying there's a sign that says checkpoint on it?
Yes, it does. And I checked with the ranger. It is the only one in Beavertooth National Forest. The only one. It's the only one, Mike.
Well, all right. Explain it. Oh, I do remember you telling me about this.
Yeah,
It's
and you
kind of
told me not to
interesting,
share.
all right.
I'm going to share.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sharing.
did tell you not to
sharing.
share. I get out there to check it out.
Like Emma said with Treasure Hunt with Us, and you guys should put a link in and go and subscribe to them because they are now they can go live and they just did their first live. We share because it's important. Oh, and this isn't stop it here. Stop it here.
I did. Go ahead.
The smallest river is this river right here. They like made it via like a little channel. Goes into the largest river, which is Missouri River. So it's like a historical, like remarkable historical thing because the smallest river runs through the largest river. There you go.
So here you can tell Sam about
Beaverhead. I'm sorry, Hooli.
Tell Sam about this comment. Who's the hot chick in black? That's our daughter, you son of a bitch. How dare you? You can tell Sam somebody put that in there. It's pretty funny. He goes dance radio.
Oh.
That explains the Brad Pitt reference in the poem. What's the Brad Pitt reference? 3D bronze.
What?
All right. NYC gets it. That was fun. How dare you? All right. There's only 84 more videos, everybody.
Yes, because this is helpful and informational to the people, Mike. I'm here about the people.
No, we know Justin's a
says,
fisher.
take a book. Leave
See,
one.
it says take a book, leave a book.
Give a penny.
All
it's
nature
open?
books.
Penny, I think
It's open.
a
You can
hint.
just take it.
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Well, when treasure hunters get there, they're gonna.
Yeah.
Where are we, Sam?
You should have put a Forest Fenn searcher
There's
coin in there,
16th
honey.
Street.
In between a book.
So
Yeah, there you
more maps, just kind of fun. Giant Springs State Park. So there's a state park
That's
here.
where we're at.
Did you guys take one of the golf carts too and wipe out?
No, Mike.
What?
This is why I took Sam and not you.
Zero.
You wouldn't have gotten on the scooters.
then
You
you
would
guys
have.
are in a canoe and you wipe out.
Montana vehicle.
Oh, well, it's not there. You got to
Ooh.
pay to get in, right?
Okay.
Right.
You have to pay to get into Beavertooth Park too.
Not if you have a car that's within Montana with Montana plates. You don't.
Well, see, there's Sal. Would that be eligible for Posey's chest?
This isn't the final spot. These are spots along the way.
All right.
Montana's only.
Now that's
Sundial. I
cool.
said
That's the
Beavertooth, I meant
sundial.
Beaverhead. Okay, this is the sundial. Okay, this is big. This is
That's
the only
pretty cool.
sundial in Montana.
Cool this is.
All right.
I mean, it's like in the city though, which is kind of weird. It's like in a bank parking lot.
Shadowed site.
But do you
Did
see?
it? Shadow. Bowstring equatorial sundial in memory of
Yeah,
Gary
bowstring.
Prescott. All right.
Everyone thinks music, bowstring.
Okay, I see the tie-in. Roman numerals. Are there any Roman numerals in the book?
Yes, the first pages that aren't in the
Oh,
ebook.
that's right. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Okay, but look what's over here. Because I have an eagle eye. I have an eagle eye, Mike.
Oh, what if it's in the 4 languages of the
So there's this post,
of the?
and it's in 4 languages. Isn't Justin's website in 4 languages?
That's a stretch, but yeah.
Come on. I don't know what language that is. That's English.
Prevail on.
Oh, we had this at the library. We had the same thing when I was looking
So
for
it's
Vegas.
Spanish.
That's interesting. Ooh,
Could
what is
these be
that?
the 4 languages on the website?
See,
What?
Where's Beavertooth?
Horseman
Gabe?
said what?
it's right outside of Dillon, and it's Beaver Head.
Oh.
But wait until we get down there, guys. I might have said it wrong.
Terry Hurd Haynes. All right.
And then we just drove around the city. There's a bear right there. There's a bear.
The sun.
Right there?
Yeah, that's a statue of a bear. And then there's all these cool murals. So we're still on first day.
And
We've
this is
just-
Great Falls. Great Falls.
This is Great Falls.
Okay. Now you guys don't have to go. There's a bear. All
Yeah,
right.
see, 3 foot of 3.
Ah, yeah. Return her face. What if the bear? Ursa's female, right? Return her face.
Yeah. So then we headed to, this is Helena, where we had dinner. It was a steakhouse. It was the slowest service, but she was super nice. Yeah. And we had dinner and it was great. I can't see the video, Mike.
I know. I had to switch, honey. I got it. Look at that forehead, everybody. Thumbs up for the forehead.
Okay, now we're the next morning. We've stayed in Helena that night and it was a really bad hotel. Go ahead, Mike.
Do you like strawberries, K-Pro? Because you got one on your forehead. All right. Thank you
Sam
very much.
Precious is up. I went to sleep early. It's not horrible. I got a little bit of a bruise. I got a little bit on my hands. Who cares?
Rose Great Falls.
Um,
Shame on you,
We
Barry.
did have a couple things happen. We were given the wrong room, so we had to get a different room. Then once we got a different room, the air conditioning in it was. Were you able to sleep, Sam?
No, it was like
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was
And then
bad.
at 5 a.m., the fire alarm went off because of somebody
jeez.
doing waffles, and a guy came and knocked on our door who was in another room. I don't know if he was drunk or what. So we're up and at him. Where are we going today?
Dylan.
Butte, Dylan.
Sounds like
all
she's
the
out of it.
places.
She
We're
ready to
fighting
go
for
home
treasure,
already?
Mr. Justin Posey.
All right. As you guys can see, we got a lot of videos to go, but a lot of these are pictures. So
This is Butte.
Okay, so now we're in Butte. This is the beginning of Butte, and this is where you can see the Lady of the Rockies. We'll see her in a second.
Hill on Earth. Is that because Justin's
richest hill on earth.
treasure's there? I don't know.
Copper.
Yeah, and you guys can see all this. This is for you to rewind, kind of like Justin's interview. I'm sure this is incredibly informational. But again, we stopped everywhere.
So was the meetup this night?
No, one more day.
Next night? Okay.
This is
But
Friday.
Peterville.
Yeah, maybe the next day somewhere. Jamie Williams. Oh my
Italian
gosh, you
comedian.
guys. Yeah. So information that you can read over in detail, go down rabbit holes, make confirmation bias.
Is that the bride, the lady of the Rockies? No. All right, where's the statue? Next one.
That's the next one. So right behind us, it was like, hey,
Yeah,
look what-
that's it. That's
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Is that the bride? Is that Mother Mary? She's not a bride though. No. If it's a saint, they wouldn't be considered a bride. I don't think. All right. Looks like Dr. Doom. All right. Movie coming out in a couple
Blacktail Creek.
So we're at the visitor center. The visitor center was closed, but they've made this greenway and this whole vision of all these trails and things. I think it's more informational. I don't think necessarily. We're kind of ruling out this area at this point for us. I know a lot of people are searching. There is some things outside of Butte. If we went to it again, we would not be near the visitor center and a and a parking lot. There are some great things.
That's the rental car. Looks like something
Yeah.
out of Wayne's World. All right. Yeah, this one's sideways. So we're gonna go.
Yeah,
through this.
let's just close this one.
Right.
It was informational, but that I blame Sam.
Okay.
Now we're driving. We are in.
This is stinking cool. Look at that bridge. There's no way I'm going over that bridge.
Yeah, hell no.
On a scooter.
Hell no.
Oh no.
Oh, you wouldn't drive over it?
Look at
No.
up ahead.
So we are driving now to Wisdom. We have gone off the 15,
Look how gorgeous this is.
and this is when Sam turned to me and said, "This feels like Justin, like more like the book." Like she doesn't know Justin, but
I guess Mary was married to Joseph, wasn't she? All right, I should have known that. What the? Oh, it's over here. Okay, George Grant Memorial Fishing
They
Site.
are.
Oh, I
so
see.
there are people out on their little canoe rafting things.
Looking for
Our
the
Lady
treasure.
of the Rock.
What is that? A glacier? Oh, it's a boat.
No, that's a canoe boat thingy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We talked to some of the fishermen. Okay, and now we get into like real desolate area. We're off the river. We have turned to go into Wisdom, which was super cool. But you can see you're out in the middle of Nowheresville, guys.
Wise River Ranger Station.
There's the ranger station.
The meetup was in Wisdom or Dillon?
Prevent forest
Dylan.
fires.
No, okay.
Okay. Cool.
Smokey the Bear.
Wisdom had one cafe. That's it. And it's an antique store. Okay, this is it. So now we're in Wisdom. Here is the one antique store coffee shop, or it's not even an antique store. It's like souvenir shop. It says antiques, but I wouldn't say.
Sam, did you lock the door? Not that you need to.
We're going in.
Did you lock it? So this is town, guys.
Oh yes, we now have a whole video.
Look how cool.
I'm not a coffee drinker, so I did not have coffee, but we did get Mike a present, which you guys will see.
Look how cool this is. Okay, we're gonna make sure they're okay with it.
I wanted to make sure it was okay.
Anzar, whatever that symbol is on the door. There it is.
I don't know.
Anzar, what do you say?
Okay, look at that.
It looks like Forrest Fenn's house.
Get some really cool stuff though.
Yeah, the horses. Look all over the horses.
They have
So the
some
back room had all this stuff.
It's just the back area.
It's cool.
Oh, I think I need that.
Yeah, it was $150.
There's only one.
You should have took your coonskin hat. It's still in the garage somewhere.
I know.
Yellowstone, I think.
Yeah, Gracie's is in Dillon. We'll get there.
So come out here.
She's representing the Cowlazars shirt. That's right.
Yeah, so the meetup's that night because I was wearing that shirt.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know what you did.
She didn't know about the hunt. She heard from the local reporter that something big's coming to town. And I told her something big just came to town. I told her she did watch the series. She didn't know about Justin. Look what we got. They have all the local resources, but they have tons of trinkets. And I'm not going to show you everything I bought, but support small town. Her name was Jessica, super sweet. She has lots of knowledge of the area. She did not know Justin. I don't know how this is possible. I thought he was world famous. So here's the town, guys.
This is the entire town.
Super
And she said to take a left at the gas station. It wasn't a gas station. It's a guy with like when people run out of gas, he sells them like a gallon out of a.
So,
But
they have
because we're in the big city,
but
I see a guy driving by and I jump in front of his truck.
okay, because we're treasure hunters and we're in the middle of nowhere, I just did a video telling you about Jessica. Mr. AK.
Oh, that's cool.
Can you
Andrew,
believe it?
the benefactor.
The benefactor.
We were like, oh my gosh.
He just happened to drive by. You didn't
He
meet him.
drove by and I looked and I was like, "Hey, wait!" It was Mr.
Mr.
He said he was looking for me in Darth Vader, but I had rented a car, so it was just random. It was just random.
Okay, guys, we
Never
just
know
met
who you're
Doc.
Okay, so now we're in
Which is
Jackson.
in a minute.
There was one antique shop in Jackson, and this guy knows Forrest Fenn. Okay, listen to me.
And oh my gosh, look what Sam found.
Oh, the lock.
Oh, we're
From
gonna have to get
Netflix.
some of those. And he knew
Dog's name is
Warren Fitzgerald, or
Looks
I'm
like
sorry,
an
Fitzwater.
escape room.
He did not know Justin, but you guys got to come here. because this
Indiana's
is
bullwhip.
probably- we're
Indiana
gonna
Jones
go
bullwhip.
broke. So they are talking about hay bales and how they make them and all that.
Yeah, these two guys came in talking about hay bales. They were searchers. That was their cover story.
Really?
Yeah, because I invited them to the meetup. They stayed in Dillon. Super nice guy.
American Dolls. I can't believe it. Oh,
And this guy made all the American Dolls for Forrest Fenn. Hey,
Really?
Sam, go get the book.
Not the
We gotta ask him a
Kachinas.
few questions. No, the American Dolls.
American
This is probably
Dolls,
the
okay.
coolest place I've ever seen.
Oh, it's like a
Not chaos and embroidery.
stormy, muttering, change falls. Oh, look at her.
Okay.
Cool little shop,
Look, Sam,
I wanted that. I
Walking
wanted the walking stick.
but it was
When I
$200.
drive up, I'm gonna get it.
Well, hey, you got to cast your pole. You got to have a walking stick to cast your pole, right?
Wow. Whatever.
this probably.
Okay, the super secret hints are coming up though.
Scenic highlights.
Oh, here's a few things I need.
Railroad nails. Pretty cool little store.
This is so cool.
Ah, Mr. AK, I've been everywhere. LOL. You never know where I'll be next. It was just awesome as a great surprise.
Oh,
Look at those chaps. Look at all the hardware.
I haven't even gotten through this place once.
Who's this
Yeah.
guy?
Okay. So this guy, he comes over as we're filming and he goes, "Treasure hunter?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he kind of knew me as the crazy lady from episode 3 that went after Jack. But we got through that. I told him it was just the
Oh,
rest of the set.
they tell you from Netflix? That's funny.
Yeah, he didn't know Cowlazars channel. He didn't know who we were. He didn't know anything. He's like, I said, "Come to the meetup tonight." And he's like, "I'm staying in Dillon. Where's the meetup?" I'm like, nicest guy. His name's Travis. He was with his dad. They flew in from Texas.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, take this down for a second. It's been about an hour.
Pause it.
Doc in here. You guys got to come see
Pause
him.
it or
See,
no?
this is
No.
his place between Polaris and Wisdom. We see his puppy dog. He has tons of stuff.
Whoops.
Okay.
Black Tail Station. Okay.
Yeah, this is where somebody, Robert McQuaid, I think, told us to go. Mac's last cast. This is where we did dinner another night. I was just taking pictures of stuff in town. There's only like one main town. Keep going.
It might be just closed in winter. It says
Okay, everyone wanted to see Gracie's. Gracie's is closed, guys. She's trying to sell it. She never opened. She doesn't update Google.
Need a coffee mug on a
So
fence?
this is-
There you go.
Gracie's new and used.
We're about 1 block from town. She doesn't return texts. She doesn't return calls. Rumor has it she just wants to sell and nobody's buying.
You see it under it.
And we went to all the antique shops. There's like
Good
4 or
business
5 of them.
plan. Stay closed.
There's some
That's
cool
funny.
stuff. Look at that. Pigs. Let's go down here. For sale. Gracie's new and used. Wow, it's for sale. Who would have thunk it?
And all that stuff.
She is missing.
That
out.
whole thing is her yard? That's a lot of stuff.
I think this is all part of the business.
Damn. Well,
Look
not
at
the
this.
treasure hunters are in
Look at
town.
the totem pole.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Cast your pole.
Pretty cool, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I just drive straight down I don't think this is informational, but if you want to get a feel to how big, bovine.
I'm going
Honey,
to the bookstore.
It's a cow.
Bovine.
Yeah, I get it.
That's the bookstore. The bookstore now will have books available. They were supposed to get them in this week.
17 Southwestern Montana Minerals.
Yeah, look at all these little like
Oh, this. Okay.
the miners. They put their little tags.
That's cool. Oh, this is the meetup, right?
This
That's
is the
Goldfinder,
beginning.
right?
Yeah, so it's
Nice.
Goldfinder, Andrew, and Cynthia.
Who's this? Oh, Cynthia. It looks like a meeple. Cynthia trying to hide.
So I went to the den and I said, we have a group of about 15 of us that are coming. They said, we'll get you a back room. The back room was not a private room. I thought it was. The event started at 7. By 6 o'clock, we had 20 people there. Pappy showed up out of nowhere. Do you remember Captain Pappy?
Yeah, I do remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the back of him right there.
See the symbols that were on that door earlier? Look, what are these? Do you know or do you don't know?
No, it's just in the middle of the bar. We're in the bar.
Suspicious.
So there's
All right.
Pappy. and
There's
more
Doc
sisters.
Lars, right?
Yeah, that's Lars.
Oh, Captain Pat. I do remember him.
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
blast from the past. It's been years since I've seen him.
Right?
So now we had to move over to Cappy's. No,
Okay.
grannies. Sorry,
Nooks
grannies.
and crannies. Yeah.
It was basically empty, and it was awesome that we like took over, except for one table that had some really rowdy, and they were great, but some really rowdy people.
Those are cattle brands. That makes
There
sense.
you go. Okay.
Montana. So yeah, that makes sense. I saw Yellowstone. I know how it works. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so people
cattle
just
brand.
started showing up. I didn't get to talk to this couple for very long. I think I got to say hi and that was it and take a picture.
Right.
Because we were over 40, almost 50. So there's little Sam Lazars. And it was funny because they said, Sam's like, this is a bar. And Sam's like, I'm not 21. They're like, oh, you can come in as a minor if it's baseball weekend. And she's like, oh, and it was so loud. She's like, this isn't my style. So she left after a little bit. The couple in the middle, they're from Florida. And then again, this is Travis and
Okay.
they came all the way from Florida. So we had lots of peeps.
That's cool.
And there's my baby girl. So
She's got the map.
everybody was really nice to her. I was going to have everybody sign a map, but I decided, nah. Okay. This is called the Posy Punch. It's otherwise known as orange tea, but call it the Posy Punch. It's like a sidecar, but it has an orange. It's like a shot, guys.
Okay.
And they're putting it on their menu. It's called the Posy Punch.
That's funny. That's smart for them. That's smart.
Yeah, and it's made with that middle one, that James whatever orange. More searcher. Okay, on the left is Petey. If you guys know, Petey's like the super, super smart, awesome treasure hunter. Right next to him is Goldfinder. His name's Matt, and then Andrew, and then Travis. I don't know everybody's names, but it's Travis Bird.
You missed the meetup, Chad Bird. Next time. Thanks for the $20 super chat. Cheers, mates. All right. Cheers to you. We'll have to meet Chad up. We'll have to meet up with Chad one of these.
Yes.
I got to get up there myself, but I'm going to go to where the actual treasure is, but we'll do a meetup after, I guess.
Yeah.
And there's
this is probably okay. If you guys think Emma looks kind of nice on video and she looks kind of outgoing and what a personality, you need to meet her because like every expectation, like ratcheted up once. She was nice. She knew everybody. She was inclusive. She wanted to talk with everybody. We figured out how to go live. She helped. She was the interviewer. I was behind the scenes. Just the night. Okay, I look crazy. Let's go to the next picture. But she was the nicest.
You look like you had some Posy Punch there, honey.
Oh, I had a few. More treasure hunters. The lady in the back, her name is Gail. She's a local. I've been talking with her. She actually sits on the convention board. I am going to talk to you about some places that she's not going to say anything bad about anybody, I think, but she's like, here's the small businesses that really are pushing to help the community. And so I'll talk about that in a minute.
They need to be selling Justin's book up in here. I wonder if they talk.
Oh, they will. We got the bookstore. Okay. The bookstore's hooked up. They're getting books in.
Oh,
Patty,
nice.
Again, another, or just take a picture.
Books. I mean, there's a whole opportunity here for somebody to capitalize on. That's how you get rich in order to have your own treasure hunt. Right?
And there she is in the background. She's in the pink shirt. That is the owner's sister. She's the bartender. Super sweet. The next night when we went, we were one of two tables there. She came and sat down with us for 20 minutes and told us lay of the land. It was awesome.
He looks like that. Who's the guy from Germany? The Forrest Fenn hunt? Tilo. He looks like Tilo, kind of. Yeah. All right. Tilo. Shout out to Tilo.
Okay. Here's your first major hint.
What is this?
When you go to Beaverhead.
Aspen's Clock. Okay.
Telling Time by Aspen's Clock. This is the entrance to Beaverhead National Forest.
Okay.
What is the
I see. Yeah. What was it? What lives in time? Reading the signs of Aspen's time. So the trees, they're saying the trees tell you the time?
It goes through a whole thing, guys.
That's interesting. Okay. Possibility. Okay. Conspiracy Theory Bridge. All right.
I think it's a something. Oh, and there's a checkpoint. Okay. So here's the thing. I talked to one of the rangers and I said, there's this huge sign that says Avalanche Beacon Checkpoint. So here's what you do. You attach this little thing on you. And when you attach this little thing on you, if you get buried in an avalanche, it beeps and it will let the other people know where you are so they can come and save you. Listen, babe.
Okay.
And then the other way, let's say somebody gets buried in an avalanche and you're up there. You turn it and it's two-way communication. You can find them, they can find you. You can find them.
So
this is the only one.
Beacon. Okay, I get it. But you have to have the beacon. Do they sell them? Are they free or you don't know?
No, I looked them up online. They're like $300, so I don't think this is valid. But
$300.
I-
Okay. But it is
it
a
was
check.
interesting.
An actual
Okay,
check.
okay. So then Justin told me to go to Elkhorn Springs, Elkhorn Hot Springs. Do you
Okay.
see these busts? He said these are all of his grandfather's busts that he donated. This was not open. They're not open till May 15th.
They're not open until.
See, I'm saying it.
Oh, there's the head.
So wait, you're saying his grandfather killed these animals and mounted them and donated them?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And he said this was the den or here was where he recommended. Keep playing that one.
Sorry.
Okay, these are better pictures.
All right. Well, here we'll go to the
Heads.
end. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Okay. The bus.
Fitzwater, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of the people knew him as Warden Fitzwater. So there was just some cooler pictures without the glare.
Puzzles.
Yeah, so this
Okay,
is like a
cool.
campsite. There's a thing. Oh, okay, okay. So then we went into Dillon, and did they rent this at the Cedar Score? Okay, you guys.
What's that?
Then we went into Dillon, and Dillon has a university, Western University. Went to the librarian, said, "Do you have anything in your archives related to maps and those sorts of things?" She basically let us look at everything. So this one was just cute. See, chasing time. This is about one-room schoolhouses. There is still one in Dillon, or still one in Polaris.
Teachers with ropes in the throw the chase right here. So it looks like.
Polaris has 6 students still left in their one-room schoolhouse.
Are you serious? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
6 students K through 12. Okay, this
got
was
it.
in the archive. We can look at these later, but I can tell you these are old historic maps that they had down
That's
in their
cool.
archive. Is the scenic byway open? Stefano, yes, up to a point. And I'm going to talk about that. There is a gate where that checkpoint beacon was. That's where the gate is up. And if you're the searcher that decided to go around it and then had to be rescued by helicopter, please don't do that again. Okay.
We are very lost.
So then we were coming out of this goes on for like 3 minutes. So we're in the basement. We're just trying to figure out how to get up and back. We couldn't figure it out. We're like, we keep going up everywhere and nowhere is taking it. But you zip through this a little bit, Mike,
You in
because
a hospital or this is the bottom
no,
of
this
life?
is the library.
Oh,
Follow along, sir.
it's an escape room.
Down there.
And
So
it's deserted. What the
Here's
heck?
the crazy part. Oh, it was totally deserted. I was like, where are the students?
We
We come out and we're at a different building, but keep going.
have a problem.
Look at that. It started sleeting.
Hail and sleet
Ah.
and death. That's all.
Can't search in snow.
Oh,
Wrap
Lord.
it up and go home.
Okay. We're going back in.
Okay.
Funny. It's a big library, huh?
Oh, and then of course they have a whole area
Banned
of banned
books.
books. Yeah.
Hunger Games it's a joke or what? Why are these banned? A kite runner. I saw that movie. Like
According
That's
to
all.
their board, those are the banned books.
oh, the hate you give. All right. Okay. Anyway. Life Extensions of the Human Hand.
Do you know whose book that is?
No.
Eric Sloan.
Oh, there it is. Eric Sloan. All right. Cowboy Lord, the Dying Cowboy.
These
and
were
the
just
Rainbow.
fun little bit. We probably spent 3 or 4 hours. It was just fun to go through the archive.
Is Montana the treasure state?
Yes.
It is, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool stuff. Oh.
And
That
then we get back to the car and look what it looks like. We're almost dead. We
Yeah.
died.
And then back to the meetup.
And then super sweet Andrew finds us the next day
Oh, she
and
got
had a
sweatshirt.
little medallion coin. I bought him the sweatshirt. I thought, he donated so many thousands and thousands of
Yeah, he
dollars
did.
to us.
Yeah,
I
back.
thought I could buy him a sweatshirt. And then Sam stole that sweatshirt was actually for you, Mike, the one that Sam's in. She loved it. And they were twinsies. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And he brought her this medallion and it had a religious saying or something. She knew, they bonded. It was super sweet. And he just said, I felt compelled to give you this. It was really awesome.
There's the lock. It was on. This is the actual one from Netflix, right? No. It's
No,
similar.
okay. Yeah, I'll show it in a second.
Oh, the actual lock. Okay. Chad Bird with the $20 bill. Can we agree that Justin didn't place his box where BRN died? I'm thinking he means
Yeah.
Brandon. Not in Alaska, Idaho, Texas, or Colorado. I think there's a case for the area plus others, but wonder when the first searcher dies, will he cancel cancel the hunt? No, I don't think Justin's going to cancel the hunt because
Okay.
Drowns in a swimming pool.
Can we agree Justin didn't place the box where can you put that back up?
Oh, I just read it.
I know where Brandon died. I don't believe that, but I'm not going to tell someone else not to. I hope that Justin actually rules it out himself. I have a host of reasons why I don't think so, but I'm not going to judge someone else. Not in Alaska, not in Idaho, Texas, or Colorado. I can't say that. Maybe somebody has a really good solve, and Sam had a really good one in Alaska for a while. So we can't do that because Justin hasn't done that yet.
Look at this guy right here peeking through.
This
Hey,
is in the ranger station. I'll go over that in a second. I think there's a
That
case in there. It's, one of the first search season, there will be
seeking
will
treasure.
he CX the hunt? Yes. Okay. Okay.
Hey, we might have some breaking news from Thomas Strunk. I suggest everyone watch the documentary again, specifically episode 1. There's a visual clue with numbers associated with the hash and wallet that no one's mentioned before in Discord. I didn't know they talked about the hash and the Bitcoin wallet in episode 1. Really? Well, I may have to rewatch that. Unless
No, associated with. He didn't say that it was discussed.
associated. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, Thomas, email me. Let me know what you're talking about. All right. Okay. What's this? Wise River Club. Okay.
Okay, now, yeah, this is Wise, the 10,000 haystacks. Remember 10,000 haystacks?
Mhm.
So this is just more pictures of the area.
Okay. Big Hoe Valley. VFW post. The Continental Divide. That's where Warm Waters halted, right? No, maybe not. All right.
9,040. Is that why he says over 9,000? You can make anything work. Come on.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't make anything work. Bannock State Park.
Yes, we went there.
Okay.
And I want you to show that is where your coffee mug is from. So I want you to show that in a second.
All right. We're almost done with this. I don't even know how many are left.
I don't know.
Pioneer Mountains.
Super windy. So,
But is it too easy that it's in this area where the whole book takes place?
okay, this is when we're driving to Utah. Look what we're driving into. The
Better
storm
shut
of death. Okay,
Pioneer
so I
Mountains.
didn't think this was too bad because look where the snow is way up there. But wait,
Right.
just you wait. Oh, I don't know.
Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest.
Yeah, that should have been a little bit more earlier. Sorry.
Okay. And then there's
Oh, there it is again. The super secret hint.
Do you know what lives in time? All right, maybe. Are you beeping? Oh, this is the same thing over again?
Yeah, I don't know what you did.
Well, this is new.
Oh, this is the snow trails. This is near Maverick Mountain.
You've been wise and found a blaze. Okay. Comet Ridge. All right. Elkhorn Snowmobile Access.
Yeah, we tried to get up to Maverick. We went up to Elkhorn Hot Springs. They weren't open though until May 15th. Yeah. A few dark cloud storms of death. Yes, Doug. This was Okay. This is Grasshopper, Comet Mountain. And now here was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Where that area is right next to the Elkhorn Hot Springs cabins. We were going to try to drive up there. And someone said to me, but that's within a mile of Justin's grandfather's cabin. And I'm like, I didn't know that because I don't look up So they wanted to post the address or the GPS point. So then you can actually make a circle and say it's not anywhere near there. So I've emailed Justin and or emailed the support team and said, this is a tough one because I didn't know I was within a mile of a property that your grandparents own. I don't feel right that we post addresses or GPS spots because we know of crazy birds. But how do you reconcile? Like someone said, I'll send it to you privately so you know what areas to roll out. So Justin said he's trying to think through. He did respond very nicely and said, let me think that one through. So yeah, okay. So that's all the ski resort. We're in Elkhorn Ski Trails.
Okay.
This is Grasshopper area, Grasshopper Valley, kind of famous in the.
There's
but
those
look at all
cranes.
those. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. The West, the way it used to be. All right. What was that? What is all
this?
This
is the Bannock State Park, and it's a ghost town.
That's
so
cool.
it was interesting. You can go faster if you want.
Yeah.
There's the M. There's the M, and there's also a B. Now, most cities only have one. They have two. Now, some people said that I always say it wrong, Beaverhead County, that's the reason the B is there, and the M is for Montana because of the university. The people in town think it's the Bulldogs. But Beaver and B and M, beyond the map's edge, B, M, and this is from a higher part of town. When you are lower on the freeway, you don't see the 1M. The 1M leg is cut off. The M was
could be Wolverines. Go blue. You never know. Idaho. I didn't know.
Yeah,
you
and
Idaho.
look, we flew out of Idaho Falls, honey.
Oh, did you get some potatoes? Idaho. This is it. It's the last one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I had one of the storm. Okay, so this is what I bought myself. See? And then what did you get, Mike?
I got, bam.
This is from Sam.
I got the Bannock State Park coffee mug. That sucker's pretty big. I'm going to use that this weekend.
Okay, there you have it.
There it is.
Okay,
We'll
so
this time, next time.
do we want to go over the other super secret hints?
Which is what? I thought.
Let me go over it. Mike, can you go take the aluminum foil off the pasta?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. So we went over the checkpoint and the time. Here is some information. If you go to the ranger station for the National Forest, they will sell you 3 maps if you are interested in Beaverhead: North, Central, and South. The area that we are in is the central map. They're $15 each. I have them back here. They're about 6 feet by 5 feet. They're huge. It's a wall map. But here is how you get them free. So the map that is currently at the National Forest, $15 each, is from 2013. They have an old version of the map, which is 2008. So if you go to the BLM office, which is right off the 15, less than a mile away, they will give you the 2008 map for free. You're welcome. You're welcome. Saving you money left and right. I don't know what the big differences are, but there you have it.
Who said what to who?
Okay, I just gave away all the secrets, and he doesn't know it now.
I missed it.
He told me he would. We already told you about the Posey Punch. Okay, so some things that you need to know. Justin did update his website. He now has a rules page. The interesting part about the rules page, Mike, why don't you start bringing it up as I start talking about it? The interesting part about the rules page is he made changes kind of on the fly. He published it. He had a few typos, and a few people had some questions about some things he said. So this may look very different than when you saw it if you saw it the first time. Here's the thing. One of the changes he made, can you make that bigger, or is that not possible?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So let's see. He says treasure items is both the treasure and all the clues.
Yeah,
Now,
I like that. I like that definition. Treasure,
I have a question, though.
enterprise.
It says the treasure items are not in caves, mines, or tunnels. And then he says associated with any man-made building. So what if you have a cave nearby, but it's not in the cave? Or what if one of your hints or one of your clues along the way is a mine? Does that rule out mine? And why did he use in and associated in 2 different ways?
This is a good point. So let's look at the logic here, because he is kind of a programmer. So if hunt items equal both the treasure and the clues, and this is where the hunt items are not, that means the clues are not in. It means to me that means the clue is a physical thing you find. In other words, what you're looking for, the clue you're looking for, is not in a cave of mine. It's not associated. So in other words, the clues are not just some generic abstract thing. You're actually looking for those while you're
place to place. But do you think this means, like, let's say one of your 10 clues along the way is a cave. You don't have to go in it, but it could be the cave, because he uses in and associated. Like, it's not associated with a man-made structure.
And this is what I'm saying. So, thanks, Chad Bird. Rules don't die. This is what I'm saying. Because it says treasure hunt items are treasures and clues. They're not in the cave. That means it's not the cave itself. If it's
okay, can I ask you a question?
It's in a cave, it means it's not the cave.
Okay, so if your clue number 4 is you've gone from a bend in a river to a cave and then over to a railroad track. Do you believe that cave now is ruled out to even be a clue anywhere associated with Justin's home? That's how I lean.
Just like Jamie says, I'd say structures. Oh, sorry. I'd say, there we go. Jamie says the sundial isn't a building.
Well, okay. Now hold on a second. First, this said not associated with any man-made structure. And then Justin changed it to man-made buildings. So I think man-made structures like a sundial, like a bridge. Like a bridge. Those are now in.
That's a good point.
He published it initially man-made structure and then changed it.
So so it's just man-made buildings. Other man-made things are in play because he clarified. So that's actually breaking news. That's actually a good point. No graves or grave markers. I'm surprised he didn't say cemetery.
So Mark Pryor, I hope you're being sarcastic. You don't need permission to enter private land. Just cruise right in. No, the opposite. And we have some searchers getting ready to be arrested for that. We'll end with that. Oh, this is interesting. I've had a couple people and they share it up on Discord. Justin confirmed this is not a clue. Like, what was the one that Mike, you asked about Grandpa Fitzwater. His age was said in one part of the book, and then his headstone had something else.
That was a mistake. Yeah.
So people are getting confirmed when it is intentional, which I find really interesting.
Why would you say that?
So let's say that. Yeah. Let's say that same one that you sent him. And he sent you back, oh, that's intentional.
Well, he's not telling anybody it's intentional, is he? He's just not updating.
I just said the opposite. Yeah. No, he is.
Well, he didn't say that to me.
Right. He doesn't like it.
Oh. He said it to some other people?
I've seen several emails where he is confirming back. I don't know if they're invented emails or not, but somebody asked him a question on a particular thing they saw an anomaly, and he said that is intentional. That was the response.
Well, I don't know what to make of that. Hooli says, did the update clarify our man-made lakes structures? No, because it says man-made buildings, so lakes are in play. But it also says it's not underwater, so you're not going in the lake. You don't need, and what does it say? No swimming skills, no climbing gear or ropes, no permission to enter private land, no ladders, you don't need a high clearance video. Common sense, people. And I know we have a tendency to overcomplicate it, but common sense wins the day. Isn't that right, K-Pro?
Yeah. So and associated.
I'm tired of being right.
Okay.
Okay. So 2 more things. One, you can take this down now.
Well, you know what we do every time, K-Pro. We have to check the Bitcoin wallet.
Yay. Right? Yeah. Right. Okay. It has $104 in it.
Well, yeah, it's probably right. All right. Where'd it go?
Yeah, like Hooli said, right. He changed from structure to buildings. Right. Yeah. It's not good when the changes are made because some people catch them and some people don't. And some people have that information then and some people don't.
Hang on. Got me all
just over $100
over here.
Just over $100. Emmer and Jam.
How much is in it? There it is. All right. Viewing them. $113. All right. I don't know when he's going to add. I wonder. Well, quarterly is when he gets the money from Amazon, so I wonder when that is. But $113, everybody. In case all the gold's not enough, you get an extra 113 in.
Okay, 3 more things. The first is Cranny's Angler Hotel, and there's a small bookstore there. I don't know the name of it. The bookstore will have books. Cranny's was awesome. Ask for the Posy Punch. And then the Angler's Hotel. Do not stay at the Best Western, guys. They are not entirely helpful to the local community. I paid $209. It was a little steep. Okay. Next is Dylan is hypersensitive to drinking and driving. When most of the bars there close between 11 and 12. Every cop there goes out between 11 and 12 and they set up checkpoints. Now, this is a hilarious story just because Sammy is mortified. Sammy's obviously not a drinker. She's 18. I mean, never has drank ever, right? But she went back to the hotel. It was too loud at the bar. She wasn't drinking. So at 11 o'clock, she left the hotel to come pick me up because I had been drinking 11:30, maybe 12. I don't know.
Punch, yeah.
So she walks into the hotel and says, Mom, I've been pulled over. I said, okay, you're pulled over. I'll be right out. I was trying to say goodbye to people. I didn't know she meant literally pulled over by cops. So here's what she did. In Vegas, she believes you only pull over if you hear the sirens. So she said she kept looking at the back in her rearview mirror, and there was one cop, then there was two cops, then there was three cops.
But
And they all had their lights
the
on.
siren wasn't on.
The lights on, not the sirens. So
if
she's
the
like,
siren's on, you got to stop. Yeah.
no, the lights are on, you have to stop. So she turned into the corner. She should have pulled over. Now she has three cops. She pulls over to the bar. She gets out of the car, not thinking it's her. What do cops do when you get out of the car?
They
They
tell
take
you
their
to get
guns
back in your car. Yeah.
No,
or
they take their
tase you.
guns out. Yeah,
Right.
they take their guns out. So she, of course, jumped right back in. I think she was ready to cry. She rolled down the window and she said the cop was super, super nice and said, why are you driving without your lights on? So she has a truck. Her lights automatically go on her truck. This was a rental.
Yeah. So she forgot to turn the headlights on.
Yes.
At least
So
she didn't just take off running.
So she's shaking now. And she said, the guy said, calm down. Can you just tell me if you've been drinking? And she's like, no, I'm 18. And he's like, ma'am, sometimes people drink at 18. She's like, no, my mom's been drinking. She's in this bar. And she said they had a whole exchange. He checked her license. She was fine. And here's the funny part. Once they realized she wasn't drinking and it was all he's like, why didn't you stop? And she's like, you didn't have your sirens on. I live in Las Vegas. You hear sirens all the time and et cetera, et cetera. He's like, let's figure this out. He put the flashlight on. They figured out how to turn on the light. He spent time with her to make sure that she knew how to turn on the lights. I told her, this is not a normal experience you would have in Vegas if you ever have bump ins with a cop. Anyway, go ahead.
And then she said, hey, cops.
Don't be a player hater.
That's the story I got. Anyway, super chat from Chad Bird with the $10 yellow super chat. One of the tools that I've bought is a high-powered radio frequency indicator. Because if he really is tracking it, a GPS or satellite cam, they will be emitting a radio frequency. So if you're within 100 feet, bazinga! I've never heard of a high-power radio frequency indicator before. It's like a meter, like a radiator meter or something. That's interesting, I guess. So if he's using GPS or satellite cams, well, you have to be within 100 feet, of course. But that's interesting. Okay, let us know if you get any hits. Well, so what if you get a hit and Chad, and then you're like, well, I don't see anything. Like, where's it coming from? Because it could be.
I think he has thought of this through. He invents X-ray vision. He's invented a way to get around your cheating ways. Chad.
I still wish it's a phone number, but it's right.
Okay. I have one more thing.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time with the locals. I probably talked to at least 50 of them. Rangers, cops, interpretive aides, camp hosts, etc. Here are the stories. I'm going to give you a short compilation of the stories. There's a group that is at the ghost town in Bannock. They have been coming each day. They're trying to trespass on private property behind the ghost town.
Ooh.
The cops have several times warned them, stop. This is private property. They're getting to the point that they are going to be arrested. The landowner, and they're like, and the guy asked me, would the treasure be on private property? I'm like, no, he's made it clear. Justin it is not on private property.
Guess people don't want to read the website, huh? Like,
no, they just confirmed because of their right. Second one, where that checkpoint is, the gate is closed. So a gentleman went up and decided to park right there and hike in. He got caught in, 5-6 feet of snow and had to be rescued and helicoptered out. Another searcher has contacted both the police and Justin, he says, he's for international. He wants the park to open early, not May 15th, all for him. Because
Justin can open the park early, right, everybody?
Yeah, because he's international. He can't stay here for a couple more weeks waiting for them to open the gates. They're not going to, and I guess there's been some frustration, and some people have been driving around the gate. There is a place where you can drive around the gate, but you get stuck in mud, and they haven't salted any of the roads, etc. You're not getting much of anywhere.
Gold fever, everybody. All those people you just mentioned. Game over. Just quit searching.
Yeah. So the person that was checking us out at the hotel, said a searcher came in with a large sign. I don't know if it's a trail sign or if it is a street sign, and said, I found the checkpoint. I want to make sure no one else can. And they're like, you remove that from a street or a trail? And they said, yes. Don't do that.
How is a sign a checkpoint? I don't understand. How does that help you know you're in the right location, or Justin? I mean, unless they think what it said was the clue, but I don't. The checkpoint cannot be something you can remove. Justin's got to be smarter than that. It's not a mark on a tree you can scrape off. It's not something you can take. It can't be, because he knows a searcher is going to destroy it. He knows what you people do for $1 million. So it's, in my opinion, the checkpoint has got to be something that's not physical that can be destroyed.
Yeah, and Julia, I asked them, why have they warned them so much? Dylan are just really nice people, and they're trying to just say, stop this. And I said, but it's like my kids. How many times do you give them a threat without a negative consequence? Hey, I'm going to take your phone, and then you actually have to take it. So it sounds like they're not going to stop. And but my personal favorite. So we have been looking into potentially getting an Airbnb and spending like a week or 10 days up in Montana. So I talked to one of my local friends up there, that now that I have all these friends, and said, is there an area of the town that you would not stay in? Where is the crime in town? And she responded today and said, unfortunately, the crime in town is downtown right now. There is a searcher that is breaking into cars, thinking one of the clues or the treasure is in people's cars, and they are breaking into cars. And it's probably more crime than they have seen in any condensed area due to treasure hunters.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're breaking into a car because you think a clue or treasure's in there. Well, I think they're using that as an excuse. They're looking for something,
Maybe.
they're looking for radios or money. Or
Well,
whatever.
and that was going to be so we're there in the first month of this treasure hunt launching. So Mike, let me ask you, like Santa Fe never liked kind of the common people. They're kind of a socialite kind of place, but Dylan is like, they love fishing. They love Justin's story. And they're like, bring you guys in. We love the economy and all that. How much until they're going to be like Santa Fe and just hate like, you can't even mention your
Start hating
because they're
people.
going to hate us.
Well, still your car gets broken into. That's one thing. But yeah, it depends if people start acting stupid. I mean, that's what it comes down to. If you spend money and you're respectful and you don't break the law, it'll be fine. But once people start going over that line, but you know why people do it, don't you, K-Pro?
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
If you know it's a clue, you have to steal it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, because of Nicolas Cage. Yeah, so that'll last. They're businesses. If the businesses are making money, they'll put up with it. But if people start doing different stuff, and
like right now, I told everybody we're treasure hunters. A lot of people didn't know the stories. They were excited to hear it because they said with the Alaskan border, with the Canadian border having its issues, they think that tourism is going to be down. And then you add into that, they're having some layoffs. They said some of the areas aren't going to even be able to be patrolled because of our economy and some of the political atmosphere. The one other bar group that was at the bar the last night, they had just gotten laid off, and they're like, there's not even going to be patrol in some areas. So Dylan in general was just excited to have a bunch of us. I just wonder how much, like the one said, I know like 1% of people are going to be not smart, but are they going to start grouping us together because of the craziness? I don't know. I hope not.
Chad Bird with the green super chat. Thank you very much. Says, can a checkpoint be double arcs on granite bold under snow? So guys, I think you're being facetious, but just in general, there's 250 people watching, or there was. The checkpoint. What is the checkpoint? What did Justin say about the checkpoint? Do you remember, K-Pro? What did he say about the checkpoint? Let's have a logical discussion about the checkpoint for a minute. He said it's to what? What does it do for us?
It's to let you know that you're trending in the right direction.
Right. So then I said, but if you also remember, I said, but does it also let you know? And he said, I can't answer that question with a half smile.
I thought he said, that's a good question, and smiled.
Well, okay. Either way, I think it points the same thing. I think it means it lets him know somebody's in the general location and also lets us know. So what would do that? It can't be like a generic clue. It can't be like, oh, look, that, like all those signs and things you just videoed up in Montana and those areas. It can't be like, oh, look, it's that. Because that doesn't really confirm it. It's got to be something that's verifiable. Is that the right word? It's
Yes.
got to be something that's verifiable. I
It
think.
needs to be. So here's the two ways, and I don't know if it's boots on the ground or not. I do hope he clarifies that.
Right.
We had in our treasure hunt a phone number. When you called the phone number, you heard Mike on the voicemail and saying something. We also had a website. Once you figured out the website, it went there and it said, "Congratulations, you found your next clue." That confirms to us. We knew when people started calling the phone number because we had a ring log or a record log. So that could be a way. There's two-way confirmation. Let's say your boots on the ground and there is a tree and it has the Axar symbol.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
They have the symbol on a tree carved into the tree. And Justin has a secret webcam that he could see you. Two-way verification. But it needs to be something that's verified both ways, in my opinion. And because of asshat that stole the street sign, I don't think it's going to be something that somebody can remove, like a little symbol. So I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's going to be a little symbol because too many searchers are criminals and they steal stuff.
And that's why I keep thinking of a checkpoint as a website. You know, you have the right website because it says congratulations, or a phone number. You get a voicemail, or an email where you get the return email, something that tells you found the checkpoint. But and he wouldn't say whether it was in the poem or you go boots on the ground.
So Mr. Ratings might not have been around very long. He says there's no cameras. Justin literally did this during the Forest Fen hunt. Literally, he admitted to putting up trail cams to watch people. And that film is in Netflix. I think that's the hint. It's a trail cam, but maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not going to say for sure. But why else would Justin say it was him? I don't think he would want to admit it. I think it's a hint. Okay.
Chad Bird, our benefactor on YouTube. Double arcs is where it lives, though, right? Doesn't mean he still can't see you from a tree. So the theory you're saying, and Chad is saying, he put up a webcam that just sees you walking. I mean, it's motion sensor. So he's got a little thing on his computer. You saw those monitors that goes off and says motion detected. He looks, it's not a deer, it's not a raccoon, it's K-Pro on her scooter going by. And that's how he knows that's how he knows you're in the right area. But what's the checkpoint where you know you're right in the right area? But Chad, if it is the double arcs, how do you know those are the right double arcs and not all the other double arcs that everybody thinks? How do we know it's correct? But
here's the problem. So Craig Carter says that the checkpoint is not confirmed by a searcher. Justin wouldn't know if they actually understood it was a checkpoint. Here's the thing. I can't tell you how many people. Mike went back and forth with one today. I absolutely know the checkpoint. I have found it. It's a sign. It's a clue. It's a whatever. I don't think 20 to 30 searchers have found the checkpoint. I think they have because they have found a great clue. They have found some research that confirms a clue. I don't think that's enough to be the checkpoint. That's just me, though. I might be wrong.
Okay, Justin.
No, I don't think you'll be able to see it.
Keep your secrets.
All right. What's that?
Nothing.
So you're saying when boots on the ground start looking for cameras?
I don't think you'll be able to see it.
Think it'd be camouflaged pretty good. It could be way up in the tree where you're never going to see it. Yeah. The checkpoint can only be confirmed in retrospect. But if a
lot of people are cryptic about they found the checkpoint again. I don't think anyone has. You know what? Let's ask Justin if he would potentially answer. Has anyone found the checkpoint? Because then every rooster that is saying I have found the checkpoint, they're wrong. Mike, do that right now. Justin, can you update your website? Come on, you wish.
Willie points out nobody even knew there was a checkpoint until he said so. So that's true. I like that.
They all have it.
And Ashraf Hadi is saying, but there's a digital footprint. Like, in other words, if he has a trail cam, right, but I don't think anybody would know it. I mean, he is a digital footprint for Justin, but I think the double arcs are where it lives. It lets you know. But how do you know you have the right double arcs? What's the verification that we know we're right?
Two-way verification.
Right. As far as a webcam, we have live audio from Justin.
You got a problem? You just throw some money at it and say, go away.
Yeah, Justin has the money to do whatever he wants to do. So he's going to make it work. If he wanted to put up a trail cam on a location, he's going to do it because he just makes things happen. That's how he is, in my opinion. So what I know of Justin, he made it work. So I trust him when he says there is a checkpoint to let you know you're in the right area, and I think it lets him know as well. Is that a trail cam? I don't know, but it will be interesting to see if somebody finds it, will they share it? In other words, don't say where it is, but say what it is, and then we all go, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. That could be it."
At this point, I don't think, and I might be wrong. If Justin puts out somebody has gotten to the checkpoint, cool. I don't think anyone's gotten to the checkpoint.
That's true. Craig Carter just is using logic here. Justin said finding the checkpoint would help you know you're headed in the right direction. Walking past a webcam you never see isn't confirmation for a searcher.
Exactly.
So could there be two things? The checkpoint that you
Yes.
know, and then also a webcam so he knows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the other clues got you there. Yeah, well, but Chad, here's the problem with any poem anybody writes. It's so generic, you can make it fit. What lives in time? Memories, minutes and seconds, trees. You know, there's so many different answers, and then you go somewhere and you're like, it all fits. We're already hearing that from the Roosters on Discord. I know the location. It all fits. You don't know you're right, and he's saying there's a checkpoint to let you know you're right, and that's where we're at. All right.
Yeah, so Barry said,
Annoying.
glad you're okay from your fall. Hope you all had a great time. Except getting pulled over. Actually, it was a good learning experience for her. I asked Sam, what was the peak? We always talk about the peak and the pit of our trips. I can tell you the peak was the boots on the ground itself. She wanted to get a lot more out in the wilderness, but this was true a recon trip. The pit, probably the weather on the last day, but it was great because when you have a few hours each day, I don't sit with my daughter a lot because she has a job, she has work, she has friends, she has a boyfriend. To get that much time with my 18-year-old where she's just sitting telling me stories about whatever, we're just talking. That was probably the best part of the trip for me. I had just such condensed time with her. It was her and me and her. That was probably the best part for me.
So Treasure Hunt with Us, interesting, says when we asked, Treasure Hunt with Us did an interview with Justin, so go check out their channel and subscribe. When we asked if he was nervous, meaning Justin, every morning when he woke up, it was to see his reaction, to see if he thought someone was close. He was super chill. Tells me we might not be that close. In other words, if Justin really isn't worried about somebody, finding it every morning, he's not checking. So.
Well, someone said to me, they were absolutely shocked how much there is a person that shared the message and response from Justin to them, and it was like paragraphs long. And they're surprised how many people are getting responses, long and thoughtful responses. They're like, doesn't Justin work? I'm like, I guess this is his priority in time. Good for him. I am surprised how much he is engaging with such long response. He's like Forrest. He is responding to people.
Right, he is. John Miller, our old friend, says the book says that if the treasure is moved, the digital footprint will change. What that means and thank you for the super chat,
treasure,
Tyler.
not the checkpoint, the treasure. Thank you, Tyler.
The digital footprint will change if the treasure's moved. What I think that means is the SHA 52 or SHA 512. Shawshank. That code that he put on his Twitter or Instagram, I think it was Twitter last year, that is the name of the location. In other words, if you go to a SHA 512 and you input it, you get that same code. The name has to match. If somebody moves it to another location and you find it, well, you don't know the name of the original location. So I think that's what he means, is you have to find it where he hit it in order to know what that name is, if that makes sense. Like if it was whatever, I'm not going to guess on the location. So that's the way I took it. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Tomorrow, breaking news. We believe we're going to have Chris Hurst and maybe somebody else from the family from Netflix, Golden Greed, on here with us live to answer questions from you and just to tell us about his experience with Netflix. And I'd be interested to know if I know they're in Kentucky now, but are they going to look for Justin's treasure, or, they're over there in the east part of the U.S. and they're not going to. Also, we're very close to 9,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you can give a subscribe to the channel, we would appreciate it. We're going to do a big giveaway at 10,000 subscribers, but that'll probably be end of the year. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. If one of these boxes are found, JCB or Justin's, I'm sure we'll make 10,000 subscribers when the finder is on our show, because of course they will be on our show. Why wouldn't they be? They can still be anonymous. Just come on the show. Just some poker bucks. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Chad Bird. We appreciate it. I think we're going to be hitting some slot machines with Treasure Hunt with us Saturday night, but we'll see. Everyone subscribe. It's free and it helps out. And down below, you might hear us talk about Discord. You might hear us talk about Facebook. A lot of people, you might hear us talk about hintofriches.com. I think I'm going to keep it, K-Pro. A lot of people are posting their ideas. A lot of people are posting what they think the checkpoint is, where they've been boots on the ground. Down below are there all the social media links for Discord, our free Facebook group, hintofriches.com. Go ahead.
And I can tell you, Discord right now, I think people start getting in there around noon. And they are there all through the night. We have anywhere from 1 to 2 rooms. It's like an old AOL chat room where you can hear the people and you pick topics, etc. It has been rocking for days and days. The other channels, the written channels, those are cool. But the voice channels are rocking every single day.
I went in today into Discord and said hi, and Candy was giving her speech on whatever the heck the bride is or whatever she's talking about. But there's like 30 people in there.
Yes.
And I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm at work, but I'll listen for a little while. And let me show you something, because I can't tell you how many people comment on this video. Well, where's the Discord link? So I'm going to show you where it is real quick. So look, K-Pro, it's Inception. It's us watching us back. But check it out. When you watch this video, you go down here and you have to hit this little more button. First off, you subscribe, and then you hit this more button. And then right there's all the links. Cowlazars Grand Adventure Discord, Treasure Hunt Forum, which is hintofriches.com, Cowlazars and K-Pro's Grand Adventure on Facebook. Buy us a coffee. There's a PayPal account. And thank you. We've actually had a couple people send us a coffee on PayPal. Thank you very much. And let's go to unchartedcollectibles.com, because you people are not buying these coins, and that's okay if you're not into the secret. But if you want to show support, one way you could do it is we own unchartedcollectibles.com with a partner. Pretty cool treasure hunting coins for the secret and the Forest Fence Searcher coin. Only 4 of these are left. So check that out if you so want to. Thank you, everybody, for the support. We really do appreciate it.
Okay, dinner's ready.
Yeah, we got to go eat. All right. Hopefully we'll be live with the hearse tomorrow. But if we're not, we might go live Saturday with Jam and Emma. And if not, we'll definitely go in live Monday, because we go live every Monday and Thursday, everybody. All right, K-Pro. You can go back to Montana as long as you promise not to get on a scooter again. Okay, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You know what? You're right. I've already told David. Dirt bike and ATV.
Oh,
You're
nice.
right.
It's great.
Scooter's gone.
Anything with 4 wheels is okay. I think it's the 2 wheels is the issue. All right, we'll see you, everybody. Yeah, Barry C gets it.
Bye.